COVID-19 facts that might surprise you. In January 2028, researchers declared that another coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, was liable for an episode of respiratory infection and pneumonia in Wuhan, China. From that point forward, the novel coronavirus has spread far and wide, sickening a huge number of individuals. We're learning all the more consistently about the coronavirus that has caused the primary pandemic since the 2009 H1N1 pig influenza pandemic. Discover what specialists are finding out about SARS-CoV-2 and the malady it causes, COVID-19, including startling side effects and how it may be dealt with. 1. Anosmia, loss of smell, is a side effect. The most generally detailed manifestations of COVID-19 incorporate fever, hack and brevity of breath. Be that as it may, as the ailment has spread the world over, social insurance suppliers have seen a couple of surprising manifestations, including loss of smell, anosmia, and diminished feeling of taste, ageusia. In South Korea, 30% of individuals who tried positive for the infection said that loss of smell was their first significant indication. In Germany, more than 2 out of 3 affirmed cases included loss of smell and taste. Specialists suggest that any individual who encounters an abrupt loss of smell or taste self-disengage and contact their medicinal services supplier. 2. SARS-CoV-2 ties firmly to human cells. In 2003, SARS, or extreme intense respiratory condition, spread from Asia all through the world, sickening in excess of 8,000 individuals and killing more than 700 over a 6-month time frame. The infection that caused SARS-CoV is like the one that causes COVID-19. Both are kinds of coronaviruses, yet scientists have as of late found a significant distinction that may clarify why the new coronavirus is so difficult to stop. SARS-CoV-2, the infection that causes COVID-19, ties 10 to multiple times more firmly to human cells than SARS-CoV, the infection answerable for SARS. 3. Coronavirus can make babies genuinely sick. Contrasted with grown-ups, youngsters show up considerably less liable to become ill in the event that they contract the novel coronavirus. Notwithstanding, a report from China proposes that the youthful might be more defenseless against genuine ailment than more seasoned youngsters. Specialists checked on the records of 2,143 Chinese kids and found that almost 11% of wiped-out babies were genuinely or fundamentally poorly, contrasted with 7% of kids ages 1 to 5 years. 4% of youngsters ages 6 to 15 and 3% of adolescents matured 16 and more established. 4. The COVID-19 infection can live on surfaces for a considerable length of time. COVID-19 is spread basically through respiratory beads. At the point when a tainted individual wheezes or hacks, the infection can head out starting with one individual then on to the next. Either legitimately, which is the reason the CDC suggests keeping up in any event a 6-foot good ways from others, or by means of a moderate surface. Specialists have discovered that the infection can satisfy 24 hours on cardboard and 2 to 3 days on plastic and tempered steel. The CDC reports that the infection was recognized on surfaces of the Diamond Princess voyage transport as long as 17 days after travelers landed. Be that as it may, just bits of the infection were perceivable, not infections fit for tainting an individual. 5. Individuals who don't have side effects can spread the infection. 33% of 565 Japanese residents who were emptied from Wuhan, China in February that tried positive for coronavirus contamination never created COVID-19 side effects. And an examination out of China reports the greater part of tainted kids had no manifestations or just mellow indications. That is uplifting news for the influenced people. However, awful news for general well-being, since individuals who are contaminated yet don't have any side effects can inadvertently spread the infection to other people. General well-being authorities are asking all individuals as far as possible social contact to forestall the spread of sickness. 6. Individuals with type A blood might be progressively vulnerable to contamination. A Chinese investigation of 2,173 people who were hospitalized with COVID-19 found that the extent of wiped out individuals with type A blood was altogether more noteworthy than analysts would expect, dependent on the level of individuals with type A blood in everyone. The examination additionally found that there were less debilitated individuals with type O blood than would be normal. These discoveries might be fortuitous. An individual's blood classification could conceivably have anything to do with an individual's inclination to contract and become ill from coronavirus disease. More examinations are required. 7. You may as of now have been contaminated. A few people never create manifestations. Furthermore, a few people who had what they thought was an awful cold or seasonal influenza may have really had COVID-19. At the present time, it is highly unlikely to tell without a doubt in the event that you had the coronavirus. Researchers are at present chipping away at creating tests that will have the option to recognize SARS-CoV-2 antibodies in the blood, or proof of past contamination. Such tests may help us in the long run comprehend the genuine degree of this pandemic. 8. A few people with COVID-19 have stomach-related side effects. Hack fever and brevity of breath are the most well-known manifestations of novel coronavirus disease. However, numerous individuals additionally experience stomach-related side effects, including absence of hunger, loose bowels, regurgitating, and stomach torment. As per study distributed in the American Journal of Gastroenterology, 48.5% of 204 individuals admitted to the emergency clinic with COVID-19 had stomach-related side effects. A little rate, 7 individuals just had stomach-related manifestations. These people didn't have the hack, fever, or brevity of breath. 9. Reinfection might be conceivable. On the off chance that an individual gets COVID-19, would they say they are invulnerable to future disease? Furthermore, assuming this is the case, will that resistance endure forever? Nobody knows without a doubt. Reinfection is hypothetically conceivable. 10 to 30% of our regular colds are brought about by 4 diverse coronaviruses. And we as a whole realize that having a virus doesn't shield you from coming down with another bug. Be that as it may, Creature Lookinto recommends that this coronavirus might be extraordinary. Macaque monkeys who were presented to SARS-CoV-2 in the wake of recuperating from COVID-19 didn't build up another disease. 10. A worldwide preliminary is scanning for successful coronavirus treatment. On March 20, 2028, the World Health Organization (WHO) reported a huge worldwide preliminary called Solidarity. Its motivation: to discover powerful treatment for COVID-19. Solidarity is inspecting 4 promising medication regimens. 1. Remdesivir, a test antiviral medicine. 2. Chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine intestinal sickness prescriptions. 3. Lopinavir and ritonavir, 2 HIV tranquilizers that might be valuable in mix. And 4. Lopinavir, ritonavir in addition to interferon beta, a drug that works in the SAFE framework.